beat Fnaf 1, but you can only use 2 bars of power.
Bet. That's right. I'm gonna be beating Fnaf 1, except I can only use 2 bars of power. So here's the rules. 1. I have to beat Fnaf 1. 2. Under no circumstances, I can never use 3 bars of power. So yeah, it's that simple. So instead of explaining the mechanics, I'm just not going to say them, so just click a different video if you want to know how this works. In night 1, no animatronics move until 2 a.m. So during that time, I'll tell you how the animatronics move. So every night, every animatronic has a different AI value that ranges from 0 through 20. Every animatronic has a different interval until they can move. Once they can move, they will randomly generate a number 1 through 20, and if that random generated number is below their AI level, then they move. If not, then they stay where they are. But this really only works for Bonnie and Chica. Foxy and Freddy work a little differently. So yeah, that's all I have to really say about night 1. It's really easy, so let's move on to night 2. So this night, I'll talk about how Foxy's AI works. So every 5 seconds, Foxy will randomly generate a number 1 through 20. And if that number is below or equal to his AI value and the cameras are not up, then he will move into a different stage. If not, he'll stay where he is. If Foxy leaves Pirate's Cove, then he'll start running to your door. And if you close the door, then he'll drain 1% power the first time, 6% the next time, 11% the next time, 16% the next time, 21% the next time, and just keep on adding 5%. But if the door is open while he attacks, then you'll die. So yeah, night 2 is also really easy. I didn't die in night 2 or night 1, so let's move on to the next night.
Was that the bite of 87?
This night, I'll talk about how Freddy works. So Freddy works a lot like Bonnie and Chica, except if you're looking at what camera he's on, then he won't move. And if he goes to your door, you can't see him on the light, but you can see him on the camera. And if he gets a successful movement opportunity while you're looking at a different camera than he is, he'll jump scare you. Another thing is, if you close the door on Freddy, he won't move backwards unless you check a different camera and the door is closed. But he'll only move back 1 camera. So yeah, that's it. I also did not die on night 3, so let's go to night 4. This night is when it actually starts to get hard. This is where I have my first death in the run. I also had 2 restarts. This night I'll talk about how Freddy Power Out works. When you run out of power, every 5 seconds, there will be a 20% chance that Freddy will spawn in the left door for a maximum of 20 seconds. Then Freddy will start playing a song. So every 5 seconds, there's a 20% chance that Freddy will stop playing that song for a maximum of 20 seconds. And then every 2 seconds, Freddy has a 20% chance to jump scare you until death. So yeah, that's it. I only died 3 times. It wasn't that bad. And let's move on to night 5. Surely it can't be that bad. This night, I died 6 times and restarted twice. So a total of 8 attempts. So it's not that bad, right? No, this took like a whole hour. So now I'll talk about how this challenge is actually super hard. One thing is, if let's say Bonnie's at the door and you close it, you don't know when he's gonna leave. So you have to open up the door, check the light, and if he's still there and he jams the door, then you're basically dead. Another thing is, let's say Bonnie and Chica are at your door, you can't deal with them both. So you just have to close the door on one of them and hope the other one doesn't get a successful movement opportunity. Another thing is, if you close the door longer and they leave and you just keep the door closed, then the door's still closed and I don't know if they left. And they just stay at my door for so freaking long that Foxy and Freddy get so much time to move. So I decided to create a strategy. My strategy is basically keeping my camera on Freddy, left light camera, right light camera, and if I see Chica on the camera where Freddy is, then I do left light camera, and if I see Bonnie on the camera where Freddy is, then I do right light camera, and then if I see one of them, I close the door, wait until I hear loud footsteps, open the door, check the light if they're still there. If they're still there, close the door. If not, repeat the process of left light camera, right light camera. And yeah, that's it. So now I just have to do this until I beat the game. So yeah, that's it. I've officially have beaten Fnaf 1, but I can only use 2 bars of power. But if you know Fnaf, that's not the end. It's nowhere near the end. Yes, I'm even doing night 6. This night just sucks. Night 6 took a total of 10 attempts and took around an hour and 20 minutes. Every animatronic is super aggressive, including Freddy. He's one of the most annoying animatronics. If he gets to camera 4B, then you have to close the door and check the cameras to get rid of him and make him go back to camera 4A. Except I'll use 3 bars of power and I can only use 2. So if he gets to camera 4B, then I can never just use my cameras. But as I said earlier, if Bonnie's at the door and I close it and he just decides to never leave, then Freddy has so much time to get to my camera 4B, and then it's basically over. So yeah, night 6 with this challenge is basically just RNG and guessing and just a little bit of skill. So yeah, I have nothing to say about night 6 except for it just sucks. And when I beat it, I literally was in a power outage. So let me show you that. I'm not going to do 420 mode because I would say it's not impossible, it's just extremely hard and I don't want to do it. I've attempted it, but it sucks. Bonnie and Chica kept on jamming my door so many times. Foxy kept on jump scaring me. I kept on getting the power outage. It just sucks. I'm not doing it. So yeah, I have now beaten Fnaf 1 and Night 6 with only using 2 bars of power. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see me do another video like this, comment a FNAF 2 challenge.